Hi, thank you, MGG, for always supporting us. Hi, all brothers and sisters. I wish all of you are safe there. Yeah, I just heard that in Philippines also the lockdown extend for another 14 days to 15 May, right? In Malaysia also, we also just extended to 12 May. Yeah, so similar to Philippines, we cannot go out, but maybe it's also a good time that we take this chance to really enhance our skill online and learn more what we can do for the online business. Yeah, because I think in the future we actually need to promote more and more online, and maybe most of the meeting will be online, so that also to better reach out to more people and for us to really do we can do cross countries to for the international network. Okay, so I will just start my topic today. We are. Can see my screen, right? Okay. So today the topic is ABC's rules. And of course, before I start also, same thing, I would like to thank Elken Global for the great opportunity and what a great company. And of course, again, I would like to thank also my life coach, the Jay and Valet. And I believe all of you know Brother Jay very well, and he's almost every month in the Philippines, field work with all of you, and for the past 1 to 2 years. But on the other hand, maybe some of you may not know that Brother Jay is also somehow more introvert, so he seldom want to make his appearance online. He will spend his time more on thinking for the strategy and spend time with the kids and family. So maybe during this period, so maybe some of you didn't really see him online, but don't worry that he's good and safe. And he also sent his regards to all of you, and he is always concerned with all of you. And of course, don't worry, he will continue to support all our groups in Philippines as well. And I've been with Jay for the past 11 years and 3 months. So I'm blessed now. I have the ability now to actually and the opportunity to share what I've learned from him online to all of you. So thanks to Brother Jay, and of course to our senior upline Mr. and Mrs. Lee for always supporting us, supporting the Philippine market, even though he didn't really personally go to Philippine often. Yeah, and of course thanks to our Elken Global 001 Mr. Francis Chia. We call him Lauta, because all of this system education, the wisdom is actually from him and then drafted into slides. And now it's our blessing that we can translate to other language and actually do it online. And thanks to the Elkon Gift Spirit as well, so all of us can be here and learn together, and we can always have the opportunity to learn online also from the others leaders. And of course, I thanks also to the Elkon Global Management team in the Philippines for always so supporting to us, especially during this period. They try all the ways to help us in the business. Yes. So network marketing. So when we want to talk about network marketing, like how I write, so this is a platform that every ordinary people can success. Yeah. Okay. So, but what actually make an ordinary people able to be success in this platform? So it's very important that he must master the skill of these ABC rules. Yes. Yeah. So what is this ABC's rules? So some of you may be already in the network marketing, very many years, so you may be already very experienced, so you can take it as a revise. Some of the new members here, maybe it's the first time who hear about it. Don't worry, yeah, we'll go through on the details. So ABC's rule is the most effective way of borrowing power in network marketing. So in the ABC's rules, yeah. So in how to go back to the previous slide. So in the ABC's rules, we have we do borrow power. Um, Sorry, I just need to check my video. Okay. You can see my screen now, right? Okay. Sorry. Okay, we'll continue. So in ABC's rule, we do borrow power. We also can tee up. We also learn to be more proactive, and actually it helps to motivate our group as well. So how? So ABC rules, actually, once we master, it helps to increase our efficiency in the closing, no matter it's sales, product, or opportunity. It's also a faster way in building our network. So the objective of ABC's rules is actually to leverage, meaning to borrow power on capable and influential people, tools, and occasion. Yes. So people here, it can refer to person like upline, advisor, sideline, other leaders. Tools, of course, we can refer to like product leaflet, photo, testimonial leaflet, and occasion it can be like company event, online meeting, video, success story sharing. Yes. So how we can borrow power from all these tools? So that I just now like mentioned in these ABC's rules is we ourselves is actually the bridge B, role B. We are the link. So A is the advisor, meaning it can be like upline, expert, maybe the nutritionist, doctors, company, sideline, tools or meeting, etc. And C is a customer, meaning it refers to our prospect, our downline, or someone that we need to influence. Yes. So in this triangle, we can see that, yeah, as a B, our role is very important. We need to tee up A. With a good tee up of A, then only B can leverage on A's power effectively. And B also is our responsibility to get the F or RM from the C. I will explain later, meaning the information from C, the prospect, so that we can prepare the information for A. And also, when we tee up A, C will trust A, and then A will have bigger influence to C later. So who is the most important in this ABC rule is actually we ourselves. The B role is the most important. Yes, it's not A. Yeah. So how to tee up A effectively? Of course, first, we ourselves have to really respect A's strength and praise sincerely. In this case, we are talking A as a people. It could be our upline, sideline, and influential leader, maybe the management, or sometimes, even we can borrow power from our downline. Yeah. So it all depends on how we are able to appreciate everyone's strength. Then only we can really tee up them from the bottom of our heart. And of course, we also express gratitude and appreciate A's help. And before that, of course, we also need to be proactive to inquire more about A's strengths, the achievements, background, the testimonies, and experience. Yeah, because if we know the stories about A, so it's easier for us to tee up A. If we don't know much about A, then maybe our tee up will be like very surface. We can only say that, oh, the leader is very, very good, or he earned a lot of money, but actually we don't know what is the specialty about this A, or what we can tell about this A. Yeah. So all this normally is good that we can do before the meeting, either online meeting or offline meeting. So for example, let's say how to use ABC rules in an appointment that we are going to do in the normal field work. A is the upline who will accompany B, meaning ourselves, to share a good product and opportunity to C, which is our prospect. Yeah. So during the appointment, so of course, as a role of A, the A must be able to share willingly and sincerely, be humble and friendly. Because actually, maybe now for a new person who joined now, maybe now you are B. But you know, when you start to recruit member, you will later become A also. Yeah, so that's why it's important that we need to know how to be a role A, how to be a role B as well. Yeah, and as a role A, she need to be concerned. As a role A, she need to be concerned and give compliments. Yeah, give compliments. So meaning he or she need to build good relationship with C and build confidence and leave good impression, because A actually so-called represent the business, the company. So a good image is also important. Of course, A also need to know how to handle the situation tactfully, know when is the best timing to stop sharing also, or sometimes if really there is strong disagreement, then maybe it's better to stop to prevent any argument, but rather more important to keep a good relationship so that we always have a chance for a next meeting. Yes. And of course, as a role of A, we do not be arrogant or exaggerate. Although the B want to borrow power from us and tee up us, but we need to be modest as well, because we are also an example of representing this business. And of course, we need to always enrich ourselves so that we have really good content to share with C. Yeah, so we always need to keep learning. And number 6, end with a warm closing. So like just now I mentioned, relationship is very important. So if when we are new, we are not sure, no problem. We think of how our upline actually behave when they accompany us doing the field work, and we copy them. Yeah. Okay. So the way of using ABC, like just now I mentioned, be ourselves is the bridge. So we have to tee up A, and with the tee up, we will make C the prospect to trust A's professionalism, expertise, and also achievement. So whether how powerful is this A, it depends on the way how B tee up. Yeah. If today, let's say we don't really respect A, or we just say, oh, we don't know what to say good about A, then C, we also don't have a high trust to A. Yeah. So B is very important. So what about B need to do or collect from C is actually the information, because imagine the upline A and the prospect C do not know each other. So B actually need to responsible and to collect the information about C. Yeah. So the F4RM including family, F family, O occupation, R recreation, and M is money. So we need to ask ourselves also how much we know about C, because the more we know, the easier of the role of A later, because A will already understand the need of C, and then he can share on the proper point. But let's say if we don't know much about C, we cannot provide information about C to A. So A maybe will need to spend some time trying to guess what is actually the need of C. Yeah. So how about role B? So as a good role B, of course, you know, as a successful leader, we need to use 80% of our time to play the role of B. Yeah. Because you know, some of the leader, maybe they are really very experienced, very strong, and very capable. Yeah. Maybe we will think that, oh, I don't need to borrow power because I'm strong enough to tell everything. But sometimes maybe we are capable, but maybe our new person who join is not as capable, or maybe he will feel that, well, you are too strong, I cannot be you. So he will always let you to do the job if we didn't show him the proper way. Yeah. So that's why we say if a successful leader is actually try to use 80% of our time to borrow power, so that it's actually easier for us to duplicate the network and also to show them actually it's very easy to do this business. Just tell story. So as a role of B also, we will need to inform A about C's FORM so that A can understand C's need. And yeah, this one I mentioned before. And number 3, B must tee up A so that C will be looking forward to meet A. Yeah. And number 4, of course, as a role of B, we need to prepare the complete tools and materials. Let's say during a field work, we need to bring like product leaflet. Maybe we can prepare tools or even videos, videos of the product or maybe of the upline. So it helps to strengthen the influence. And arrange a venue. This is referring to the offline meeting. So of course, we need to arrange a venue. Of course, it's good that a place that you are familiar, so that both A and C can find it easily, not spend time like going a too complicated place. Yeah, and plan seating arrangement I'll go through later. And importantly, also have a review after the meeting to ensure progress in each meeting. So the review is very important. After every appointment, we can do a review with the upline to talk about what is what we do good in the meeting and how can we improve further. And of course, B also take the responsibility to follow up closely after the meeting. So don't worry, I'll go through the details again later. Now we are going, there's 4 stages in the meeting when we apply the ABC rule. Okay, so first is meeting before meeting, second is meeting during meeting, 3 is meeting after meeting, and number 4 is next meeting. What are the ABC rules involved that we need to do? Okay, so first, let's say now we are going for a meeting. So I will talk about the offline meeting first. I will explain the online meeting later. So now before an offline meeting, so B, we need to be prepared. We need to be alert and observant. Of course, B already has to inform A about the FORM. Yeah, and B need to do the invitation to C and to tee up A. This A, yeah, I will explain later. And when we do the tee up, it's actually very good to promote the A's character followed by achievement. Yeah, sometimes it's good that we promote the character first. Yeah, that's why when we want to talk about Brother J, he's really very humble, very modest, and very willing to teach, although he has very many experience in the business. Yeah, not just focus on, he earned like 6-7 figures. Yeah, because sometimes maybe not everyone will be influenced by just the money first. That's why promote the character first sometimes is a better way to approach, then followed by his achievement. Yeah. And of course, we can talk about, let's say there is some similarity between A and C. For example, maybe they could be in the same industry, same profession, or maybe they are also both work in overseas before. So we try to link the similarity between the A and C. Also, it helps to build them a closer relationship when they meet each other later. Make C look forward to CA. And of course, it's better B and C also can reach earlier, maybe 10-15 minutes before the meeting to show A the respect. So meeting during meeting. So seating arrangements sometimes also play a little bit of role. So in the meeting arrangement, so it's better that maybe B can sit same side as C, and C sits diagonally opposite to A, so that C feels comfortable, especially when during A is sharing. So at least C feel that, oh, he has B sit together with him or her, so he feel better. Yeah. Not too stressed. Yeah, because let's say if we look at this situation, like this is a not so good example, because when A and B sit the same side, C may feel isolated because he will feel like, oh, it's like 2% trying to convince him. It's like 2-1, this kind of feeling, so he may not feel so good. Yeah. And the other thing that you may take note also, we try to also have seats that, let's say we have C facing the wall. instead of facing the door, because if C is facing the door, he may see more distraction rather than focus to listen to A. So this is another note that we can take note. So we try to let C to face the wall instead. Yeah. And of course, yeah, just now I mentioned during meeting, B already do a good introduction to promote A, and also B need to be responsible to kickstart the conversation and make A and C become good friends. So maybe in the first 10 minutes, we can spend time maybe knowing each other, talk about the similarity or common things, and try to link to the business. And of course, B then need to lead to start the topic, because sometimes, you know, if we didn't set a timing, we may take very long, maybe sometimes we drag half an hour just talking, chit-chatting, but we drag too long and don't know how to start the business. Then of course, if B is new, then A has to lead to help actually to try to lead the topic. If not, then we may waste too much time. So this is just showing an example of how B can kickstart the topic after the 10 minutes of chit-chatting. So maybe B can saying this, a big thank you to C for giving me this opportunity to share today. I especially invited my Elken senior or trainer to do the sharing for me today. So, you know, he's very kind-hearted, always very willing to help others, and very experienced in the health knowledge or network marketing business. Of course, depends on whether your sharing is more on product or more on the business. So I really like to learn this opportunity to learn more from him or her today. So to let A continue and to start his sharing. Yeah. This is just an example. Of course, you can modify your script later on. Yeah. But it's a good way we can show our downline actually how to be, what to talk during the conversation. And of course, during the meeting, when A already start the topic, so B have to focus and take down the notes, and always nod and agree with what A says, because when B agree with A, it also build a stronger influence to C, you know. Yeah. So imagine if we are B and maybe we say no, upline is not like this. So you see C it will affect the trust of the C as well. Yeah. And of course, as a role A, the role A need to be well prepared, be kind and humble. So C will find it easier to accept you. Yeah. So role of A, be prepared, kind and humble, and role of B is to agree with A and make C feel that you really appreciate the time that you can learn from A and respect A. Yeah. And you know, sometimes in the meeting, I even take out phone to actually record what my upline is sharing. If I think that this is something really important that I want to learn what my upline say and I want to duplicate. So during the sharing, I also take out the phone actually to record, you know, to really show that, oh, I'm learning, and see, will really feel that, wow, you know, you are really want to learn from your upline. Yeah, and I'm blessed here to can listen to her sharing. Yeah. And after the meeting, when A has finished sharing, B actually is the one that responsible for the closing, because C is your friend. He or she will have more trust in you. Yeah. So don't wait for A to close for you, because the role of A is not there to help you to close. Yeah. So B is responsible for the closing, and of course to set appointment for next meeting. Okay. So this is also for after meeting. So after meeting, no matter what is the outcome, A and B have to discuss and review. So this is to ensure that each time there will be an improvement. Of course, B has to first to find out what is the feedback of C first. Yeah. So he can go in and find out, oh, what C feel about the meeting today. Yeah, how he feel, is there any still inquiries or disagreement. Yeah. So and then feedback to A. So the things to discuss could be the gains and loss of the result today. Yeah. And of course, also to set the date and we see for the next follow-up for next meeting. So with a good review every time after a meeting, there will be improvement on sharing and leveraging power. Yeah. So some people ask me, oh, how about let's say today I do an appointment. It's just myself and my downline. Maybe my A, it can be a tools, it can be video, it can be product, it can be a leaflet. I didn't bring my upline. Do I need to do review? Of course, it's also good that you need to do a review after your appointment. So from the review and discussion with your upline, we also can improve and learn and know what maybe we have not done right. We can improve, yeah, with the discussion with our upline. Okay, and we are. So that's why in all the meeting, there's this 4 stage to help us to check before meeting, during meeting, after meeting, and next meeting. We always use these 4 stages to check what we have done good and what we did not done well, so that we can maximize the leveraging power and do well next round. Okay. So now I'm going to the online meeting part. Yeah. So I know many of you also excited about the online meeting because now it's ongoing every week. So how can we apply the ABC rules? Of course, this is for the meeting. Before meeting, we can first call or text our customer group members and inform them about the good news. Oh, there is a new, there's an online OPP next Thursday. Yeah. So remind them 1 week before, 3 days before, 1 day before, even like 1 hour before, so that the C are also looking forward to join you together. So second, post on your social media about the online meeting. Number 3, we can tee up about the speaker, maybe the product, yeah, and also the business. Of course, depends on what is the topic. If it's product, maybe you can write more and tee out about the product. If it's speaker or related or the business, yeah, you can post about the picture with the speaker, what you respect or like about her, to create interest all of your audience, why she's looking forward to see the speaker next week. Yeah. So for example, next week, the online OPP, we have so many, and we have Sister Gemma. Yeah. What we know about Sister Gemma? Well, are we looking forward to listen to a story? Yeah. We can write a little bit, it's like a teaser, yeah, to create interest, yeah, to our audience to join us. And of course, remind all the customers and group members to subscribe and like also the Elken Global Philippines page, yeah, so that there will be notice also when there's a live, and teach them also how to watch a Facebook live or Zoom meeting. Because I think in the past few weeks also, I realized maybe some of the group members, they are really not familiar with the Facebook or Zoom. They don't know where to go and see the live meeting. So we have to be patient and really tell them the link and send them the link. Yeah, because sometimes if we only post the link on our Facebook wall, not everybody can see the Facebook wall, because in their Facebook wall, they have so many news in the day. So send personally to their messenger. Maybe it's a better way that you ensure they receive your invitation. And next meeting, during meeting. So of course, when a meeting start, normally is the live meeting that start at the Elken Global Philippines page. So when we join the live meeting there, we can already see who is joining, our friends who is not joining. Normally in the meeting, there's a plus sign there that we can actually add our friends who have not joined yet the online meeting. So from the past few meetings, I realized use the live meeting from the Elken Global Philippines page. I feel is to add people. I feel is better because most of the leaders, they actually comments at the main page there, main live video there, and even Ma'am Gigi, Miss Pang, we are all putting our comments there. So it's better that we can invite people to join the main live meeting or share the live meeting video to our wall or to the link to their messenger. is better than creating own watch party, because I realize sometimes when there's a live and I create watch party in my own group or my own page, in my own group or on my own page, I can only see that maybe myself is the one that typing all the comments, and maybe just my members in the group or my page, the maybe like 10-20 people there only, and they cannot see the comments from the main page, maybe from other leaders or from spam. So if we really want to borrow power, I feel that maybe it's better that we can all invite people to join the live meeting. Yeah, the watch party we create later after the meeting. So of course in the live meeting page also, we try to greet the people we invited, make them feel welcome, you know. For example, just now, before the meeting, I think Sir Peps did a very good action. He say welcome to Ma'am Olivia, uh, to join the meeting. So you see, you make them feel welcome, and everyone also know. So if we can do the same thing in the live meeting also, we make the audience love to join us. And of course, number 3, we also actively give comments related to speakers sharing and like others' comments. And also, we always interact with the speaker and host, yeah, to keep the excitement, to keep the comments ongoing, yeah. So more people will actually, because when there is more comments in the particular live video, the chances of people see it popping up in their Facebook wall will be higher, and there will be more people tend to join the meeting. And of course, we also uh, type and thank you to the speakers sharing and the time as well. Yeah. So the next one, what we do after the meeting. So for meeting, after meeting and next meeting, so of course, right after the meeting, we follow up with those who watch together with you, to agree with the important point that the sharer has shared just now, and also trying to understand what our prospect, the C, has learned, or from find out if there's any inquiries, try to solve the problem. Yeah. And number 2, also, if possible, after the follow-up, we can close for the products or close for the opportunity. And if necessary, if there is a need, we can also arrange a 3-way call with our upline, a video call maybe, to solve the problem, to again borrow power from the upline and to answer the inquiries or to strengthen the confidence to join us. Yeah. So, and number 4, of course, we can also summarize what is the story and share story to those who cannot attend the online meeting. Yeah, you know, when maybe we know that, oh, some of the members missed the meeting, so then we can create watch party to watch together with those who miss it and to follow up again. Yeah. And number 5, we can again also post on social media about what we have learned today, or show appreciation to the company, opportunity, a product. Like last week, a lot of people, after they listened to of the story of Sister Eden and sharing from Mem Izai, oh, I saw also many of you actually post in the Facebook. So it's good, actually, you know, to make people especially those who miss it, they'll feel that, oh, what a loss, I've missed it, and they also feel like want to join you in the next meeting. And of course, for number 6, for those who are still considering even after they watch, tee up again for the next related meeting. Maybe we have next product meeting or next opportunity meeting, which will help to strengthen their confidence. Yeah. So I hope it helps. And if any of you have any problems, of course, you can always text me later. Yeah. So just a summary. So inside the ABC rules, other than our outline in an event or a tools, an occasion, you know, sometimes even in an event, for example, boot camp, the A could be someone who is very busy at the meeting place or like quite far, even though meaning that even though we cannot really bring C in front to talk to A, we can still borrow power. We can point at the person from far and talk about his success story, you know. Well, so many people, you see, he's bring so many downline. So B sometimes can also leverage, can borrow power without disturbing A, yeah, depending on the situation, of course, yeah. And of course, like I mentioned, beside upline, we can also leverage on any successful leaders, be it downline, sidelines, etc. Yeah. So last time when I only know about of the story of my upline, so I can only borrow power from my upline, but I found problem because sometimes I never always see my upline in the meeting. So what do? I need to collect more stories and know more leaders and interview different leaders to collect stories so that I can also borrow power from all the leaders. Yeah. And A also, it can be a big or small gathering or activities, a place to motivate ourselves. Yeah. For example, it can be a boot camp, it can be a meeting, yeah. So something that we can tee up and to create interest and to invite the C to borrow power. And A also can be company and branch so that we can bring our members to there to strengthen the confidence. And last one of the A, which is I think the most important now, especially online, is actually tools, which could be product, it can be viral, iSmart library, Elken global website, IBS product leaflet, testimony, etc. Because people and occasion is not 24 hours happen, and our upline is not always with us. We cannot always see other leaders, but tools is something that we can use it anytime, 24 hours. So tool is very important if we know how to utilize it. They are the best ways to leverage because they are not restricted by time, place, and language. Yeah. And yeah, so that's why when we are a leader, investing tools and duplicating the leader, how to use the tool is very important because it's a very good way to borrow power. So one of the key things I learned from Brother J is before we do any appointment or before we do anything, think carefully and decide later in the appointment or in the online meeting later, who is my A and what is the need of my C. Yeah. The A, is it an upline, product, or application, testimony? And what is the problem or need of the C now? Does he need product? Does he need to know how to earn money? Yeah. Once we set very clear who is A or what is A and what C needs, then we know exactly what to do and how to tee up the A. So this is very important. So I'm about to end. This is my summary. So as our role, in order to expand our network, we must be the role of B for 80% of our time. And it's good that we can have as many A's as possible and always collect more A's information so that our network can leverage and can maximum the growth. Yes. So like I say, how much we can borrow power actually depends on how many A you know or you have. And to all brothers and sisters, although I have shared all the steps and the method in front, but I feel that the essence of the ABC rules is not just purely about method, but importantly, it's about our mindset and attitude. In fact, every single person that we see, we know can be the A. Our upline, sideline, even the downline I mentioned, even management staff, but we have is the mentality that whether we treat them as our A, or sometimes we see, for example, we see Ma'am Gigi too often. I already forgot that she can also be my A, or whether we really appreciate or know the story of every single one. Any single leader or speaker, product sharer, every single story, even though he's not a 1-star, 2-star director, yeah, never mind. Every single story still can be the A as long as we appreciate and we know how to use it. Yeah, because it actually depends on our attitude, how many people's strength we can really appreciate from the bottom of our heart. Do we always feel gratitude, or do we feel that, oh no, this leader, I think he's not so good yet, or his talk is boring. I think I can speak better than him. Yeah. If we have this kind of mentality, then we will find that we most of the time we only depends on ourselves. We are not maximizing the power of borrow power yet in this business. So our 001 also always say, the more we can appreciate, the more we can borrow power. Yeah. Imagine, sometimes we know, oh, there is an online meeting every week. Sometimes our upline or the management will try to encourage us to invite more people. But sometimes when there is many meeting, we tend to neglect, or we tend to not appreciate it. We may say that, oh, why meeting again? I'm busy this Thursday. I think it's okay. I'm not going to invite people. Or maybe I'll say, oh, I don't like this speaker. I cannot invite people. Sometimes we may have this kind of mentality. Then we cannot borrow power. So it always come back how much we can appreciate. Sometimes even this person, maybe she's just newly joined, and she maybe just do few appointment only, but we can still borrow power if we know how to tell the story well. And for example, let's say we have this person who is a fish seller, but why she need to come to do this business? Once we collect more story of different profession or different job, next time, when I have a fish seller in my network, I know what story to tell. I know how to borrow power from the other story to actually influence the so-called the fish seller in my group. Yeah. Another example, we know, oh, Ma'am Tetel, she works so hard. Why she's so work so hard doing the business? Because the husband is in the US. She really want to have the saving and earn the money so that the husband can come back here, save and meet with the family. It's very touching when we have a lot of these stories to tell. You can influence the other people who have also member in overseas, and how this business can help them to bring their family come back together with the family as well. So that's why we say there's always somebody to close somebody. We cannot always be the A, B, and B ourselves. That's why it's really good that we can borrow power to more stories. So let's do more interview, collect more photo, collect more testimony. Especially we have online now, we have many testimony. Sometimes we just see and share, and then one time we maybe forget about the testimony already. But if we can try to collect, maybe we find a way to collect or screenshot, or to keep the photo in the folder, to keep a proper collection, then we always have 1,000 stories to tell when we meet the people with different problems. That's why some of you may notice why Miss Pang spent so much effort to record the video with a few leaders during our last bootcamp. It's all, the video now is actually all available online. It's for us to borrow power. And ABC, when we really maximize, it's not only just for us to do this business of a closing. Sometimes even when teaching our kids, if the mom always tee up about daddy, how daddy work hard outside and is for the future of us, and when there's a problem that kids doesn't listen to the mom, then when daddy come back and say a few sentences, it will help to solve the problem, because the kids will listen to the daddy. But let's say if we didn't tee up, or we just complain about the daddy always, then the kids also will follow us. You also never want to listen of the daddy. Yeah. So using the ABC rules wisely can help us to solve a lot of problems easily. Yeah. And also sometimes when teaching downline or teaching our leaders is also the same. Sometimes, we have so many downlines. Yeah, maybe this one particular downline don't listen to us. It's common. So how do we do? We can actually tee up how the other downline actually learn and duplicate this thing. It works so successfully in the group now. So we make the downline go and go to interview the other downline who actually follow our teaching. This is also a ABC rules we can apply in teaching or educating our groups. Yeah. So with the ABC rules also, it can help to maximize the growth because we are not using one person power, but it's a group of teamwork. So that's why you also can recall why Brother J always say it's not his effort. All these are all our achievement now is actually all the effort from every single leaders in the Philippines to make this happen. And we can also look at our 001 Lauta. You know, he's a very, very ordinary lorry driver only. But he always say he don't know much and he's not good in speaking. That's why you never see our 001 to be a speaker on stage, because he always say it's the leaders who are more capable than him. So in his network there is engineer, doctor, businessman, many professionals in the group. Why? Because our 001 master the ABC rules. So bear in mind that it's all about our attitude. So ABC rules teaches us how to leverage, how to borrow power effectively, but of course at the same time not to be too dependent on others all the time. Yeah, we can work independently, but we learn also how to borrow power. So of course, an ordinary and incapable person can have achievement once he or she knows how to borrow power. And an extraordinary and capable person can achieve more with a faster pace once he or she can master how to borrow power as well. And I believe with this, all of the leaders here can duplicate even better in the group. And wishing you all success with the power of borrow power and creating wealth and happiness in your life. And Brother J always say that success is for everyone who is full of love and gratitude, that you see every single one around you as someone that you can really learn and borrow power from. Then you know how to appreciate and how to use the ABC rules naturally in the business and in your life. So thank you very much again for spending the time with me. It's like 5 p.m. now. And if we have time, we also can have like 2 to 3 volunteers to share what you learned today. And of course, next Saturday, also 4 p.m., I'll have the third topic, mental attitude and perception. So thank you very much. And I pass back to Ma'am Gigi.
Wow, that's a 50 minutes of a very, very good training, Miss Josephine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Palakpakan naman natin si Jo. Yay! Thank you, Jo. Hi, everyone. I appreciate, I'm grateful that I can see you here right now. Marami pong mga sumali before Josephine had started. So I welcome you, everyone. So, Jo, thank you so much. Nakakatuwa, no?
Thank you.
Sometimes we neglect those simple duties, but it's very important in our business, especially sa industry natin. Duplication plays a major role. So how your downline see you, they will learn from you. So if you do the right thing, they will do the right thing. Okay? So anyone who would like to share? Hello sa mga bagong, sa mga pumasok. Yeah, ang dami na natin, 50 na. Kanina nasa 30 plus tayo. So anyone who would like to share? Yes, may mga messages. Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Josephine. Oy, si JDC, nakita ko. Hello, sir. Mel ulit nandyan. Thank you. Raise your hand. Kasi hindi kasya sa screen ko ang mga pictures mo. Kasi marami tayo. Who among you is willing to share kung ano yung natutunan natin doon sa training ni Miss Josephine?
Ma'am Mina is raising her hand.
Yes. Yes,
yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And thank you very much, Miss Josephine Ong, for the learning. So, one thing I learned from this meeting is that the more we can appreciate, the more we can borrow power.
Yes.
And to have the source of power, one way is to collect more photos, collect more
Yes.
testimonies, and of course, using ABC rules, the more we can help other, especially our downline.
Yes.
Opo. So that's all.
Thank you for
Thank you
sharing, Miss
po.
Mina.
Yes.
Thank
Ingat ka
you.
dyan.
Oh, so brother JD.
Yes, Brother JD. Go ahead, sir.
Hi everyone!
Hi.
Hello po. Maganda po kayo, tsaka gwapo. Ayan,
Mana
first of
sa'yo.
all, Ma'am Malinaw, naririnig po?
Yes po.
Ayan. Number one po, maraming salamat sa Elken Global and Elken Global Philippines for having this training online. And pangalawa po kay Lauta, kay Sir Jay, kay Miss Pa, and most especially kay Ma'am Josephine. Sister, thank you very much for this training.
Thank you.
So, ang isang na-appreciate ko dun sa training natin ngayon, bale, sobrang overwhelming yung my information, and basically, I really love the point-by-point, step-by-step process of how the ABC rule works. And basically, what really I really appreciate is the an ordinary or first timer can really understand. So it's very simple, it's very direct, and it's very kumbaga napakadali siyang intindihin. Kumbaga grade 1 ano siya, understandable, madali siyang unawain. So Sister Josephine, I would like and we would like to have more training about this, about how to do this business, and we really appreciate your work, and especially how you always borrow power and ABC or tee up our uplines. Thank you very much, and also I'd like to acknowledge all the leaders of Elken Philippines Global. Hello po, nakaka-inspire po bawat isa, especially po yung last training kay Ma'am Eden and kay Ma'am Izay. Congratulations po, and looking forward kay Sir Manny and kay Ma'am Gemma. Thank you very much, Ma'am G, Miss Josephine, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Jan. Ingat ka dyan sa Makati. Anyone? All is invited to talk.
Ma'am Isay, ma'am, nagtataas.
Okay, ma'am.
Hi everyone. Ang ganda ng
Hi.
sharing ni JD. Thank you JD. Thank you very much Ma'am Gigi, and thank you very much Sister Josephine for this very very powerful training. Sa mga network, itatagalogin ko na ma'am ha.
Yes, please.
Para marinig ng iba. Napaka-importante sa atin sa networking para kumita tayo, di ba dapat mag-leverage tayo. So, importante pala na matuto tayo na mag-borrow ng power sa mga A. So, yung role natin, importante, 80% of the time, yung B role yung ginagawa natin. So, dapat mag-collect tayo ng maraming stories para marami tayong power na ma-share, power ng mga A para dun sa mga C natin. So, although medyo alam ko na dati, pero sa review ngayon, sa tinuro ni Josephine, sobrang marami pa akong natutunan at marami pa akong napulot. So, nakaka-excite ma'am yung ganitong training kasi katulad namin na medyo di ba lockdown tayo ngayon. Bukod sa nanghihina ang karamihan sa atin, pag ganitong natitrain tayo ng mga ganito na nare-review, sobrang nakaka-inspire ulit na gawin ulit yung business. So, beneficial sa atin na na matuto tayo kung paano natin properly makuha yung power. As a role B, ang nakita ko doon is lagi tayong prepared palagi para sa mga meetings na kagaya nito. Kasi hindi pwedeng tayo lang yung nakakaalam eh. Dapat maraming downlines natin yung maturuan natin at ma-invite natin. Kaya ngayon happy ako kasi more than 12 yata na downlines ko yung nandito. Yehey! So, dumami, nadagdagan from last time, Ma'am Gigi. So, yun lang. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Thank you, Miss Isay. Meron pa po.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else? Sige lang. All are invited to share po. Magsalita kayo. Sino? Hindi ko makita yung iba. Sa next screen. Meron ba sa next screen? Bilang, huwag na kayo mahiya. Sino pa po?
Si Ma'am Emer.
Nasaan si Ma'am Emer? Yes, Miss Emer.
Nagtatago nga ako eh.
Hi.
Hello everyone. Sobrang appreciated yung yung discussion today kasi unang-una, 'di ba? Naugatan na kami doon sa kabilang channel. So, upon hearing those presentation, although medyo similar siya, pero maraming bago eh. Kaya magandang may bagong input para talagang maging totoong Elkenian na ba? Yung tunog Elkenian, hindi na tunog LS, di ba? Yung heart na Elkenian, hindi na yung ano mo yun, Ma'am J? So, sobrang nakaka-amaze marinig yung mga gano'n na marirepress in a different manner, in a different perspective, gano'n. Tapos pag inintindi mo, kuha naman namin, di ba Sir JD? Kuha naman natin eh. Pero iba yung alignment, yung, alam mo yon, yung papunta tayo doon sa sinasabing heart to heart talaga. Yun lang, sobrang matutuwa ako sa inyo. Thank you everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
from the heart logo of Elken. Can I hear something from Sir Peps? Sir Peps, are you there? Can you share, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here listening. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, po.
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
Sir, yes. Naririnig ka po namin, sir. You can talk po.
Naririnig mo kami. Naririnig niyo ako. Ayan, magandang araw sa ating lahat, mga friends and partners in the business. Thank you, Josephine, for the sharing and training. We really appreciate the effort of having these kinds of trainings during this lockdown. Actually, we've been thinking a lot what to do during these distress times for our team. Ang training na basic man yung training, napakaganda talaga. Kasi as upline, pag kami yung nagtitrain nito sa grupo namin, yung too much familiarity, masyadong hindi na napakikinggan. Yung pasok sa unang tainga, labas sa kabila. Pero when it comes to other people doing some training, and of course, definitely, our team, mas ma-appreciate nila talaga. That's why I appreciate much yung ganitong training ng iba. Especially our team is really new in Elken. We are really struggling to build a group nationwide and internationally. So, importante yung mga ganitong training. Ang experience kasi natin dito when it comes to ABC, no? Napaka-importante ang ABC. Kasi mostly doon sa mga nag-i-invite, we have experienced that sabihin ng member mo, upline architect, ito yung downline ko. Bahala ka na, i-close mo yan, kausapin mo Pag hindi mo na-close yan, lagot ka sa akin. May mga ganun pa na sistema. Actually, it's a joke, but nangyayari talaga yan. Ang hirap mag-invite ng isang prospect, pero once na hindi natin siya na doon sa ating speaker, sa ating mentor, ay definitely yung invite mo, hindi 100% yung perception niya sa kung ano man yung pag-uusapan sa negosyo. Pero once na nagawa mo yung part mo as the bridge, ito yung B, no? Nagawa mo yung part mo na na-A mo siya talaga, na na-tee up mo yung speaker, na-tee up mo yung mag-share na negosyo. So yung ngayong C, yung client mo, yung prospect mo, makikinig yan talaga, 100%. Pag nangyari yon, 100% magpipayin yan at gagawin niya yung negosyo. That is the secret of this ABC training. Kaya napakaganda dahil meron tayong mga ganitong upline na very helpful. And of course, meron tayong management with Ma'am Gigi's yung ating team dito sa Pilipinas, napaka-helpful din, no? So, yan lamang po mga partners and friends ang may share ko. And God bless us all with this extended community quarantine.